Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into something pretty alarming, actually. Happened recently in Chandigarh, India. We're talking about huge financial losses, over 1.07 crore. That's, more than 10.7 million rupees. Just vanished in a couple of recent cyber scams. It's a staggering figure, really highlights a critical vulnerability in how we live our lives online now. So our mission for this deep dive is pretty straightforward. We want to unpack the specific methods, how they pulled off these high-value frauds, understand the how and the why they were so successful, and crucially, pull out some actionable insights for you, for your own digital safety. Think of this as a shortcut, yeah? A shortcut to getting properly informed about these modern cyber threats.
Yeah, and these cases, they're a really stark reminder, aren't they, about the challenges that just come with relying so much on digital transactions. It just underscores how critical public awareness is, especially now, given how sophisticated these criminal operations are getting.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into the first one, because it's really unsettling. Hits close to home for a lot of people, I think. We're talking about a woman, Sector 34C, who lost a monumental sum, over 77 lakh. It's just a prime example of using psychological pressure, weaponizing it.
Indeed. This was what they call a digital arrest scam. It's a particularly, insidious method. The accused, they impersonated a law enforcement official. Masterfully done, actually. They spun this whole story, really convincing, that legal action was starting against the victim. And the fascinating part here is the pressure, the sheer psychological force they apply. They basically coerced her into transferring this huge amount, 77,042,420, exactly claiming it was for procedural clearance. To sort out these completely fabricated legal problems that create the crisis, then offer the only way out.
77 lakh, 42,000. That's just an unbelievable amount to lose like that. Yeah. In this case, you said it was registered. FIR No, 80. That's the first information report, right? Kicks off the police investigation at the cybercrime police station, Sector 17. But okay, let's unpack this. What makes a scam like digital arrest so effective? I mean, even with such a huge amount, how do they get past some of the usual skepticism?
Well, it's fascinating. They basically create this cognitive overload. It's not just a threat. They isolate you, they rush you, they present themselves as the only immediate solution. There's no time to think. And they often tap into that, that innate desire most of us have to comply with authority, even if that authority is just digitally fabricated. They might even use deepfake tech now or sophisticated voice changers. Makes it sound so legitimate. So they short-circuit your brain's natural defenses, your skepticism, using fear and urgency. It's exploiting a very human vulnerability. Investigators, they are working hard now trying to trace those digital footprints, recover the funds. But it's complex stuff.
Right. So it's not just the threat itself, but that feeling of being totally cornered. No time to think, no one to quickly call. That makes a scary amount of sense. Okay, it's shifting gears a bit. The second case we're looking at, it reveals a different kind of vulnerability. Still dangerous, but different. More about, I suppose, the lure of a good deal online and maybe not doing enough checking.
Precisely. This second case, the complainant was Manmohan Singh Saini from Sector 37D. He was duped out of 30 lakh. The fraud here wasn't so much coercion like the first one. It was more about, outright deception. A digital deal gone wrong. There was an accused, Sachin Arora, supposedly from Bijwas in New Delhi, offered a luxury car for sale, convinced Mr. Saini to transfer a pretty substantial amount of money in advance, and then, you can probably guess, never delivered the car, became completely untraceable, vanished.
30 lakh, another huge loss. And this one was filed under FIR No 110, also at police station Sector 17. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for you listening. Because this kind of scam feels, more common maybe, or at least more relatable. What makes a transaction like this, which seems straightforward, buying a car online, what makes it so risky? What are the specific red flags we should all be looking for?
Yeah, this case really shows that even simple-seeming online deals for expensive items like a luxury car carry huge risks if you don't do proper verification. And it raises that important question, doesn't it? What could someone like Mr. Saini have actually done differently? Often the red flags are there. Things like unusual payment methods. Maybe they pressure you to pay super quickly without even seeing the car in person. Or they're cagey, unwilling to share full details, proper identification. Or, the classic, the price just seems way too good to be true. The core issue really is placing trust without doing that due diligence. And that's a lesson that applies way beyond just buying cars online. So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Well, putting these two cases together, it's crystal clear. Even though the methods were quite different, impersonation and coercion versus just fraudulent inducement and deception, both led to these massive losses. Together, over 1.07 crore, it just hammers home that urgent need for all of us to be more digitally aware. And this is exactly why the authorities keep saying again and again, issuing this crucial advice for citizens. You absolutely must remain vigilant when you're doing any transaction online. Always. And I really mean always. Verify credentials. Check who you're dealing with before sending large sums of money. And critically, if you get any communication online or on the phone that feels suspicious or coercive, report it immediately. Use the cybercrime helpline. Don't wait.
Right. And for those of you looking to, proactively stay ahead of this stuff, keep informed, a really good resource is CyberPlatter. You can follow them on social media, various platforms, or check out their website. It's www.cyberplatter.com. They have regular updates on cyber safety.
Absolutely. Because ultimately, knowledge is, well, it's your first line of defense, isn't it? Against these threats that are changing all the time, understanding the tactics they use, learning to spot those red flags, and knowing what to do if you suspect something, that's your power.
Indeed. These cases really underscore just how vital caution is. And making informed decisions in this digital world we all live in, the scams are getting sophisticated, no doubt. But our defenses, well, they can be sophisticated too.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe something to really mull over. Given how clever these scams are becoming and how digital interactions just keep evolving, how can we, all of us, cultivate a mindset that, yes, embraces the convenience of the digital world because it is convenient, but without losing that essential skepticism, that need for rigorous verification in, well, pretty much every online dealing?
That's a powerful thought to end on. We really encourage you to consider these points, maybe do a little more digging on how to ensure your own digital safety.